Good morning, all of you. In the subject SMR, Social and Marketing Research, today we are going to see the topic of religion. Now, today we will discuss the religion and one more topic, that is the weaker section. First of all, we will now discuss about the religion. Religions are shared collection of transcendental beliefs that have been passed on from believers to converts that are held by adherents to be actively meaningful and serious. If we go through the definition which is written in the slide, it's a little bit difficult. It's hard to understand. But if we understand it in the layman terms, we will see that religion is what? Religion is the belief, or the religion is the shared collection of beliefs, which is just passed on from believers to its converters. Like my my elder brother is believing in some concept. He is having faith in that concept. No doubt, whosoever follow him or whosoever thinks that he is correct, all those person will try to convert his beliefs into the practical, into the reality. That is what the religion is. As we know, in India there are only four major religions, but however there are many minority religions are also there, which are already occurring in India, who is having their presence in India. Okay, so the first of all, the person says from what religion you belong to. It means if he's saying from what religion I belong to or you belong to, it means he's going to know about the belief, he's going to know about the rituals, he's going to know about your beliefs, your facts, your figures on which you are believing, on which you are dependent. You are thinking that these facts are true for me. But however, the person who is belonging from the other religion, he is not believing on you. He is believing on his believers, from where he got the knowledge, from where he get the facts, from where he get his rituals, he get his traditions, culture. He is believing in that religion. So all the religions are almost same. But however, our belief is different. As we know, the people are saying that they are having the religion from their god and goddesses, the god from whom they believe on. They think according to that god, or the stories according to that, the rituals according to that. Okay, so the different people having belongs to the different religions are having the different beliefs, and these beliefs, however, if we go through the crux, if we go through the core of these beliefs, all the beliefs are same. That's why it is said God is one. But however, our society is divided on the basis of religion, because the people are having belief, they are going through that particular religion. If we define religion more, how we can define it? We can define it from the keywords like spiritual explanation. Religions often include the spiritual explanation. What is the meaning of spiritual explanation? Spiritual explanation deals with certain questions like why we are here, what is the message of your god, what message the god has given to them. They are providing this, they are preaching the message to the Indians, they are preaching this message on the universe, on the earth, that for what they are, what is their reason, what they have to do, the holy or the sacred activities or the ideas, objects, what is just passing on from the ancestors to us, one by one. Just generation by generation, it is just passing from one generation to the another generation. Or we can say that the rituals, the set rituals, whatever rituals has been set by our ancestors or the forefathers. These rituals also explain our religion. Like in every religion, they perform the different rituals. They are having the different ceremonies. They are having the different performance. They are having the different celebration style. They are having the different rituals, customs, traditions. On the basis of their religion, they are setting it and they are performing it. Next is the calendar events based on the changing season are the distinctive, like from the Hindus calendar. It's start with the Vikram Samvat. Vikram Samvat 2021 Vikram Samvat is like from our first day of the year is just after the Holi. The Chat is the first month according to the Hindu calendar. But as we think from the Christian calendar, the Christian are believing that the first day is the 1st of January, and the January is the first month according to their calendar. In the Islamic Hajrat, there are many more calendars. In the Sikh, there are calendars based on the Baisakhi or the events or the seasons which are going to change. Next is the dress code. Even nowadays, we can identify the people on the basis of dresses. But however, now the dresses are also becoming the common. You can't say that this dress can be only used by that particular person or that the person from that particular religion. Like Hindus can only use the dress, or the Muslims can use the dress, or the Christians, or the Sikh, or the Jainis, or the Buddhists. They can use the dress. Now the dresses are not defined according to the religion. But however, when we are performing worship to the god, we are praying offer to the god, we are in the holy or sacred dress, then it can be easily identified, because as we celebrate the different occasions in our family according to our religion, we have to perform all those rituals in a particular dress code, that we have to follow the dress code. Like in Hindus, when there is a religious ceremony, we have to wear the dhoti. The dhoti denotes what? Dhoti is the code, dress code for our religion. Okay. Next, codes of morality and action that are given a mandate from a supernaturally great being. The codes of morality. I think in every religion there is the code of morality. Every religion says that what is their value education, or what is truth according to their religion, what is not truth. But almost if we will go through the holy book of the every religion, they preaches the same thing, that if that is good, it will be good in all the religions. If something is bad, that will be bad for all the religions. However, it differs from our the fooding sense or the dressing sense. In every religion there is the different mandate for the foods, different mandates for the dress, different mandates for the rituals. So according to all these things, they are little bit divided. But however, as as we know, that religions are based on the spiritual explanation or the beliefs. Now, if you'll see what are the major religions in India: Hindu, Jainism, Christian, Buddhism, Sikhism, Islam. If we will count all this, almost six religions you can see that has been displayed on the slide. If you go through these six religions, who is having the majority and who is having the minority can be seen. If we are talking about the Hindu, 94% of the world's Hindu lives in India. 94% of the world's Hindu lives in India, because India is the total population of India is just about the one sixth of the world's population. Just think, only in the 6% they are Muslims, Christians, Sikhs, Buddhists, Jains, which are having their own folk or religion. So just think how the marketing companies are targeting these religions. Are they showing any particular pattern? And after having that pattern, they are trying to target it. Just take an example of any advertisement. Any advertisement showing that, like Tanishq, Kalyan Jewelers, Nakshatra, what they are all are saying. They all are just showing that there is a marriage ceremony. In that marriage ceremony, the Dulhan, the lady who has become the Dulhan, she is wearing the ornaments of that particular company or from the Tanishq, and she is feeling very pleasure, she is very happy. It means this type of things are shown from the 94% of Hindus. It means the majority of the customers have been targeted through that, because every company thinks that I have to target the majority of the customers, not the minority of the customers. Okay, and many more advertisements are there on the basis of religions. They don't show any particular caste, they don't show any particular religion. It's almost you that the person is going to anywhere, he's purchasing the ornament for what occasion we don't know, but however of what religion that person we also don't know. So that type of advertisement is common for all the religions. All the religions can be the customer of that particular company. So the companies never divide the customers or the target customers prospects on the basis of the religion. Okay, and we have already seen there are altogether six religions are there. Now, after religion, the next topic, which is from the Indian society, is the weaker section and the minorities. Now, the first thing arises in our mind, the first question: whom we can call the weaker, or whom, or who are the people or which groups can be included in the weaker section. If we talk about the weaker section, the first weaker section comprises of women, then scheduled caste, scheduled tribes, children, poor, landless farmers who have faced socio-economic and political discrimination in hands of dominating section since antiquity. Why it is being so? There are almost six weaker sections. We can see that through the examples. The first weaker section. We will talk one by one about all the weaker sections. The first weaker section comprises of women. Why weaker section? Because as we know, Indian society is having the patriarchal. Why Indian society is having the nature of patriarchal? It means almost all the decisions, all the platforms, all the social groups are dominated by the male member, and only women have to follow it. They don't have any power in the, they don't have any participation in the decision making. So they are being treated as the women. They are being treated as the use and throw. They are being treated as the beauty showcase of the Indian homes, Indian house actually. Okay, so women were not having their any rights. They were not enjoying it. Only the male person, whatever whatever orders the male person is giving, the women are only receiving it and following it. So they don't have got any good position in our society, so that they can be participated in the decision making power, decision making system. That's why they are treated as a weaker section. But however, uh, due to their physical weakness, the people are having this thought, or because the mental status is based, both are the same. Like if we talk the example of the many women who have gained much more than the male person, like Kalpana, who has gone through the space, PT Usha, in every field you will find the female persons are gaining reputation, getting their name and fame day by day. Okay, so to equalize, to remove this inequality between the men's and women's, there are different sections have been made. That if it will be removed, then they both will be treated as the same. It doesn't matter. A people is the owner of the company is who. He is either a male person or the female person. It doesn't matter if this inequality removes from our society, then only. Okay, so first weaker section is the it comprises of the women. The second and third one, that is the SC and ST, scheduled caste and scheduled tribes. As we know, in the in the woman part, in the Indian society is having the nature of patriarchal. In the same way, Indian society is having the nature of hierarchy, and in this hierarchy, SC and ST is at the lower position due to the casteism, due to the class, or due to the income which they are having. Generally, SC and ST are treated as the lower parameter, lower status, lower stage of this Indian society hierarchical. The person who has to follow all the hierarchies, the group or the system who has to follow the all the superiors, what the superiors will frame, they have to just follow. What the superiors will frame for their profession, they have to follow. That the lower grade profession will be given to the SC and ST. Sometimes they are being treated as the untouchable also. So what are the steps the governments are taking to remove this inequality? Because all the human beings are same. They can't be divided on the basis of the caste, religion, color, creed, anything. So the government is taking many more steps. We will discuss later. SC and ST. The third one is the children. Why so children? Like for children, the first thing comes in our mind, that is the child labor. The child labor, these children are again coming into the weaker section because they are being not fully paid, they are being exploited in the different way. The, the fifth one, that is the poor people. All those poor people who don't have any materialistic things. Their income is not good. They are just hand to mouth. They don't have food. They don't have food, shelter, cloth. They don't have the enough living of standard. So they are treated as the poor, and they are being dominated, exploited by the rich person or the upper class or the class hierarchy which has been set in our Indian society. And the last one is the landless farmers. All those farmers who are working in the field of other owners or the jamindars. All these are known as, and they are working there, they are being exploited. They work for round the clock, 20 hours, 18 hours in a field, and they are getting too low in comparison to their labor, in comparison to their efforts, what they are putting there. So these six groups or these six weaker sections are facing the socio-economic problem, or somewhere it is being caused by our political discrimination. Because if there will be the political discrimination, then they will be having a issue to fight, to do politics on the basis of these weaker sections. Okay, now what are the provisions are made to remove these inequalities and to make them all equal for the weaker section? So, according to our constitutional provisions, there is Article 14, 15, 16, which ensures that there is no discrimination against the weaker section. And if it is possible, the state can take help of positive discrimination to improve the politico-economic situation of the weaker section of the society. It totally depends on the state government that how they are using this discrimination. Are they are doing in the good way, or they are providing some occupation, providing some profession to these weaker sections, or they are using any particular scheme for these weaker sections. Like there are few schemes, like there are four efforts for empowerment of weaker sections, like Sabla Yojana, Beti Bachao, Beti Padhao, Stand Up, self-help groups, like BRLPS, working in Bihar, Bihar Rural Livelihood Project Society, which is also termed as the Jivika. So these are the efforts made by the government to remove these inequalities. Inequality of what inequality? The socio-economic inequality. The economical status, the social status. If both these status can be removed, then all the people will be treated as equal in our society. Okay. So today we have seen in this lecture that what is the concept of religion, what is the concept of weaker section. And after weaker section, the one more thing which is recently added, which is also known as the EWS, economically weaker section. It means the family whose earning is less than rupees 8 lakh in a financial year. Then that family will be given some reservation. Okay, and that reservation will be known as the economically weaker section. It is the latest amendment done to equalize all the people in the socio-economic problems. Okay, thank you.